Today we have Alessandro from Burolo, which is a town in the Canavese area of Piemonte. If you don't mind, Alessandro, can you just introduce yourself? Share as much or as little as you'd like, please.
Okay, my name is Alessandro. I'm 36 years old. I've been born and raised here in Canavese. Specifically, I've been born in the city of Ivrea and raised for all my life in a small town called Burolo. Actually, I'm a school bus driver, but I will become soon a touristic tour leader. So my plans is to bring Italians around the world and bring people from all around the world here in Canavese.
Amazing. And so, Alessandro, do people speak a lot of Piemontese in Barolo? How much do you like to speak Piemontese?
The old people used to speak Piedmontese here. My grandparents do. But there are also a lot of old people from other parts of Italy, so they don't speak it. About my generation, I'm here in Burolo. I'm the only one who speaks this dialect. I'm very proud of it because it's part of the story of my land. But my generation usually don't speak it because we had many migrations from other parts of Italy and other parts of Europe and other parts of the world.
For you, does the Piemontese language mean a lot? You said you're very proud of it. For you, is it an important part of being Piemontese, speaking the dialect?
Yeah, I'm very proud of it because I speak the dialect who's has been spoken by my grandparents. So it's a part of the story of this land. I love my land. That's why, despite the difficult to find the jobs here, I always wanted to remain here. I could work in the United States, in England, but I choose to remain here because I love my land. So for me to speak the dialect here makes me very proud.
That's really nice to hear. And it's nice to know, despite the fact it's become quite rare, but even you, someone born in the 1980s, is still speaking the Piemontese dialect or language, depending on the term. If you're comfortable, Alessandro, can you please try and speak a little bit in Piemontese? For example, maybe do the introduction you said in English in Piemontese.
Yeah, I'll try. Okay.
Let's
Uh,
try.
Bun dia tutti, am chamo Alessandro, mi sun na an Ivrea, i vivo bene qui in Burel, da quan che la via un an, e sono proprio contento di fare questa intervista con Kyle, perché è raro trovare qualcuno che viene da fuori dall'Italia che è interessato alle nostre tradizioni, ai nostri dialetti. So just to translate, I said that I'm born and raised here, but I'm very happy to have met Kyle, so you, because it's rare to find someone who lives outside Italy and is who is interested in our dialect, in our traditions.
I'm sure the English speaking world are going to be fascinated by Piemontese.
Yeah.
With regard, you said obviously you were born in Ivrea, but you've lived your whole life nearby in Barolo. Specifically in Barolo, is there any traditions in your town, or is it mostly related to the traditions of Ivrea and that part of Canavese?
Well, we had the carnival here, but in the last decade, we didn't do it. The carnival was just a simple carnival. And also, we have the 8th of December. We have a tradition. We go to the church. It's a tradition. We used to walk with a candle in a big garden. It's a tradition that we only do the 8th of December.
Wow, that's really interesting. Do you know the story behind that?
Yeah, because in this church, in this building, for from 1923 to the first years of 2000, there were a community of nuns, and they used to plan this day. So now the nuns are not there anymore, but we
Oh,
kept doing it.
that's a really interesting part of history and beautiful little Barolo.
Yeah, but I have to tell that the young generation don't used to go to the church anymore.
They don't know it's quite rare.
Yeah, it's very rare. If you go to the church on Sunday, you won't find any young people. Maybe just a couple of kids who are part of a really Catholic family, but it's quite rare to find a young guy at the church.
Why do you think less young people, for example, your generation below, don't go to? Why do they not go to church anymore?
Well, I don't know specifically. I think it's a lo they lost faith in the church simply just because we had many scandals like pedophilia, something like that.
Mhm.
So if you go in south of Italy, it's more common to go to the church even if you are young. In North Italy, it's rare. Also, we have many strangers here who has different religions.
Mhm.
So for example, here in Burolo, if you go to the church, when I was a kid, the church was full.
Yeah.
Now it's almost empty. You can find the church full only on Christmas Day, on the 8th of December, because there is this ceremony, particular ceremony. There is people who comes from other towns to see it. And maybe on Easter, but for the rest of the year, it's rare to find much people in the church.
Interesting. So maybe for people even like yourself who are very proud of your Piedmontese heritage and other people from nearby towns, being religious is not part of that heritage, you'd say nowadays. You'd rather speak with dialect or, for example, take part in local traditions, but going to church is not necessarily a big part of it. Would you agree?
Exactly, I totally agree. I'm one of the guys who don't go to the church, I have to admit.
Mhm.
For me, it's much more important to um, speak Piemontese, to go to the not parties, but to the parties in the towns where there is all the traditional foods. For me, being Piemontese means this. Religion is just a side.
Just to say, yeah, maybe part of your history, but not part of the future, let's say.
Yeah.
In Piemonte, you were talking about the carnival. For those who don't know, there is a very big carnival in nearby Ivrea, where you were born. What do you want to tell us about that huge, quite famous carnival?
Yeah, it's very famous. There are people from all over the world who come here to see it. It's a historic carnival. Honestly, I don't like it, so I usually don't go to see it. But it's the story of no revolution, revolt. Do you say revolt when
Yeah.
the poor people decide to attack the Lord to change to change things, you know?
Wow.
And so this revolt now is the people throw oranges against other people.
Wow.
I can send a link to you if you want to know more.
Oh, please. I'd love to share it. Yeah, it sounds incredible.
Yeah, well, my relatives from United States came here to experience it, and they told me it's crazy.
So the Piedmontese and Canavese at least like to throw items at other people to celebrate a revolt.
Yeah, we call it the oranges battle, and it's like a war. There is people here in Ivrea who can't wait from the end of a carnival for the next carnival. They thought about it for 1 year. It's almost like being a soccer football hooligans, you know?
Wow. So we're gonna say, yeah, there's a comparison between an FC Torino hooligan and a guy who takes part in the carnival in Ivrea. It's a
Yeah,
really
because there are many teams in the carnival who throw oranges and they always don't like each other.
oh wow.
So yeah, it's like I don't know, maybe when the Celtic face the Rangers, you know?
Wow. It's a really interesting thought. I'm gonna have to come to Ivrea and see the maniacs throw items at each other. It'd be a
Yeah.
spectacle.
When I will be a tour guide, you can come here. I can show you everything.
I'm gonna have to make sure I don't get hit because my head and my glasses might be damaged in the process.
Oh, there's a way to not be hit by oranges, and you have to wear red hat. If you had a red hat, the people know that they don't have to throw you the oranges. You can buy these hats everywhere in Ivrea, so you can be fine.
I'm gonna have to visit soon. It sounds too exciting to miss. Lastly, Alessandro, you said
Yeah.
obviously you're looking to go and take part in tour guides in the future. If there's any personal projects or anything you're involved in now or in the future that you'd like to promote, by all means, take advantage of this time. Is there anything you're involved with?
Actually, no, because I still don't have the touristic tour leader license. I will have in autumn, more or less. So once I have it, I would like to contact English and Spanish and French tour operators
Mhm.
outside of Italy to bring people here in Torino, but also in Canavese. I would like to show Ivrea and all the Serra Morenica area, which is unique in the world.
Incredible. As soon as you have that license, let me know and we'll have you back on and we can promote that business for you. It'd be a pleasure.
Yeah, would be a pleasure for me. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Alessandro, for coming on this first edition of the Learn More About Piemonte. By all means, it's been a pleasure, and you're welcome back on anytime you'd like.
It's been a pleasure for me. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.